On April 1st, 2020, Japan closed its border to all foreign nationals, including the US, due to the pandemic. After more than 2.5 years later, it finally reopened for independent tourism. In a matter of a week or so, I booked my solo trip to Tokyo, Japan. When my nephew found out that I was going, he asked if he could join. I thought, why not? And soon we would go on this long-awaited trip. Let us take you along and explore this fascinating city. We flew with United Airlines Star Alliance partner All Nippon Airways. The flight from Los Angeles International Airport to Haneda International Airport took about 12.5 hours. Before entering the city, we exchanged some Japanese yen, and my nephew also got his very first passport card, and I was really excited. Our first stop after meeting up with his friend from LA was Shinjuku. After a quick meal at Yoshinoya, which was 10 times better than the one in the States, my nephew picked up a brand new zoom lens for his camera with an awesome deal. We then split up so he and his friend could explore the area while I checked out the giant 3D CAD display and the Godzilla. After doing some shopping for my daughter, I met up with my cousin for dinner to catch up on old times. It's so great to finally be in Tokyo again. This is day 2 of our Tokyo trip, and our plan was to hit Toyosu Market, teamLab Planets, and Tsukiji Outer Market. Toyosu Market replaced the historic Tsukiji Fish Market opened in October 2018 and became the largest wholesale fish market in the world. It consists of 3 separate buildings with auction areas and many restaurants. When we got there, we were really lost in deciding which one to try. And of course, we knew any one of them would be good. Both my nephew and I had okame sushi, and he also added a set of all kinds of tuna sushi. The fish practically melted in our mouths fresh. When we got there, the auctions were already over, so the rooms were empty. You just have to imagine how it's like in the early mornings. teamLab Planet Tokyo. This place is filled with many different settings, giving you various sensory experiences. There are rooms filled with mirrors, reflective objects, flowers and plants, and lights. It was very interesting to be in all these different spaces here. The koi pond was probably my favorite. We spent quite a while in this room seeing the koi swimming around. This is a room filled with tons of color-changing balloons. And this is what I think a dome-shaped room that made me feel like I was floating in outer space. We meant to make it to Tsukiji Outer Market earlier, but didn't make it until later. Most of the stores were already closed, but we looked around since we made it there and took some pictures. At the end of the day, we went to a few shops in Akihabara and found a restaurant with tasty omurice dinner before getting back to the hotel. My cousin took us to the city of Kawagoe on day 3. This town earned its nickname Little Edo for preserving many of the traditional buildings. This particular building is more than 200 years old, and the store person told us it was originally a kimono making shop. Toki no Kane is a bell tower that was built in the Edo period and continues to ring 4 times a day. We made it there around noon to hear the bell ring. This is Taisho Ramen Yume-dori. Kawagoe is known for unagi, and one of the local residents we met recommended this restaurant. I looked up this place afterwards and realized it was established in 1923, so it has over 99 years of history. The unagi and shiraki were very delicious. This is Kumano-jinja shrine. The town has many souvenir shops, so there's no shortage of things to buy. We found this interesting machine that dances to give you a fortune slip. This part of the town is called Kashiya Yokocho, where we found many old-fashioned Japanese candy and gift shops. Before we left the town, we had this tasty Mont Blanc ice cream. This is day 4 of our Tokyo trip. My nephew ran out of money on his IC card, so he decided to pick up a new Suica IC card. This is the Cup Noodle Museum. It's fun to see the progress of how they are made and learn about the history of how it all started, and also see all kinds of instant noodles on display. The next stop is the much anticipated attraction for me, I have really waited patiently for this.
Gundam Factory 横浜へ。
I've been a loyal Gundam fan since I was a kid. This amazing full-scale moving Gundam started operating in the early part of the pandemic and was going to close in March 2022. Fortunately, the exhibit was extended to March 2023, so I was able to make it. And I found out while I was editing this video that they have extended again until March 2024. So maybe I will go again. This was definitely one of the highlights of this trip for me. This is the view of the Tokyo Skytree from our hotel room. On day 5, we visited OMOTESANDŌ. Similar to Ginza, it's like the Rodeo Drive in the Tokyo area. I was there to get stickers for my daughter at the B-side label store, and along the way, we explored a gallery where my nephew purchased a drawing from the featured illustrator. It was nice to meet the artist in person. We visited Kiddy Land and tried really hard not to spend too much money. We then enjoyed our late lunch at Santoka. This is a chain ramen shop that can be found also in LA. Later in the day, we went to Starbucks Reserve and got ourselves coffee and dessert and relaxed a bit. There are, at this time, 6 roasteries in the world. For coffee drinkers, this is a great place to check out. I'm at Tokyo Station. I'm taking this E5H5 series bullet train up to NASU Shiobara in Tochigi Prefecture for a family matter. This is my usual choice of ekiben when I take the bullet train because it tastes so good. After returning to Tokyo at night, we went to Tokyo Skytree. My nephew booked the tickets online to make sure we have our spots. Since it's Saturday night, the observation deck was full of people, so it took us some efforts to find spots to take photos and videos. Like many towers in the world, there is glass floor to see the base from distance. And that bright-looking structure is Tokyo Tower. It was built in 1958 and is the prominent landmark of Tokyo. On day 7, we spent most of the time in Shibuya. We went through Shibuya Crossing to get to Shibuya Sky, and I seriously almost ran into people several times. Shibuya Sky is located on top of Shibuya Scramble Square. We booked the 1 o'clock tickets a few days prior, making sure we can get in. This is the elevator and escalator that took us to the very top of the building. And you have to leave things like tripods or hats that can be blown off the building in one of the lockers. I personally think this has the best panoramic view of Tokyo City. And the floor under the observation deck has a bar and some interesting decorations to check out. After that, we checked out Ichiran Ramen. It's a popular touristy place where they have you eat ramen in a cubicle setting without seeing the server's face. And it's always packed. Not far away from Ichiran Ramen is Shibuya Parco. There are several anime and gaming shops, so we went and checked it out. Then we ended the night visiting Starbucks overlooking Shibuya Crossing. And there is my nephew waving in the center of the intersection. Day 8 and 9 were our free roaming days. I always stop by this favorite soba shop of mine, Yabusoba in Sumida City, every time I'm in Tokyo. This family business has over 90 plus years of history, and I really love their soba and tempura. We visited this barbecue restaurant at Kinshicho Station, did some more shopping. My nephew got a couple of pairs of glasses, and my cousin's son took my nephew to a local gym and spent a few hours working out. Both my nephew and I were really sad that this trip has finally come to an end. But we knew we'll be back again very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video that I have put together, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.